Aloha! Beautiful golden pod. Miracles in cosmic love, yeah. Just doing a little tune-in as we come close to our miraculous day out of time. Even though time isn't real and doesn't exist. We decided it was the miracle for a drop-in. And we brought our favorite ball because it's all about having fun. So we've talked about fun and we've talked about serotonin a lot. Hi, Micheline. Whoop. And we can hear the beautiful waves from the lake. And we're super inspired to tune in with WePod about the day out of time. On the Dream Spell calendar, which was a shortened version of the calendar that was the Mayan long count that was created by Jose Arguelles and Lloydine Arguelles, his beloved. And so we wanted to drop in with WePod about the significance of, oops, hang on. We're going to align this a little better. And we're going to keep our ball on our lap. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Miss Galactic Twin Ray Streaming Love. Magical balls. We invite everyone to get a ball now. And if you think this love stream is going to be inspiring, please share it because that's called gifting. And we haven't done a little drop-in for a while, and we've really been surfing the field for some uploads, downloads, and feedback for WePod. Hi, Kathy. Hi, everyone. We love we. So yeah, maybe even start a watch party. We are in the garden, and we are at a miracle coordinate on July 25th, even though time isn't real and doesn't exist. The miracle coordinate is called the day out of time. So we'll talk a little bit about what the day, hi Carter, we'll talk a little bit about what the day out of time is about and what the Dream Spell calendar was about, what Jose and Lloydine were tapping into. And even though time isn't real, if our consciousness has gone very quantum, yes, everyone needs a rainbow ball like this. We invite everyone to get a ball. We've been having lots of fun with balls lately and have discovered that balls increase serotonin because balls bring back our childlike play. And if there is any way to step out of the old play right now, it is through serotonin in our bodies. Serotonin, as we talk about it all the time, up levels the chemistry in the body, and up leveling the chemistry in the body is the shortcut out of the evolutionary spiral that all humanity will walk. Aloha, Gabriella. Love you so much. Okay, so it's going to be probably a brief little love stream, but we are super inspired to check in with WePod and invite what we are seeing as a vision for the day out of time. So back to the day out of time. The day out of time is the 25th of July, and in the Dream Spell calendar, which is a calendar of synchronicity, when we align ourselves with synchronicity, we unplug ourselves from the Roman Greco calendar, which was really, let's be honest, a calendar of brutality and taxes. And it was asserted upon a consciousness to participate in a certain stream of consciousness. And that consciousness, Amber Lily, we love you so much. We were connected to a calendar that was connected to 7 days of a week and 24-hour clock and all these things, and it's completely disconnected to the natural cycles of nature. And so, as we all know, as the Schumann resonance is shifting, we are being reconnected to the natural cycles of nature. And hi, Kaden, love we so much. Miss Blue Bottles. So the day out of time is coming on 25th of July, even though time isn't real and doesn't exist. We always like to use this quantum languaging. When we rose this morning, there's a lot of downloads and uploads coming in right now, and the guidance said do a wedding ceremony. And so what the guidance has been showing all day is inviting we golden pod on the planet, children, golden-eyed children of the sun-eyed dawn, who remember our connection to nature and remember to our cosmic connection, and remember that those connections are our primary connection to all that is and everything that makes us who we are. And Amber is saying this is amazing, so you're probably, oh my gosh, Amber, are you guys getting married on the day out of time? Wow. Put it in the notes there if you are. So July 25th is the day out of time. Yeah, and the guidance is inviting we golden pod to do our own wedding ceremonies with the cosmos. So if you have a friend that you love, if you're in a relationship with your beautiful lover, if you're in a relationship with yourself and source, if you're in a relationship with your community, if you are in a relationship with your favorite tree or your dog, or whatever your relationship is that is going on, that you really are digging right now, that's lighting you up. The universe is inviting we, golden-eyed children of the sun-eyed dawn, if this LoveStream is inspiring, please share it. That's called gifting. For us all on the day out of time to do a ceremony. We'll call it wedding, alignment with the cosmos, with nature, with source. So imagine all of these beautiful flower children that we are, with flowers in our hair, standing in beautiful fields or at the edges of lakes or creeks or streams, or maybe just our favorite tree in a park in our town, or maybe by our favorite plant in our house, whatever. Let's all re-wed ourselves to source. Now, the guidance in these transmissions are supra-intelligent consciousness. Let me tell you, I know, because in bringing these transmissions through for many years and seeing the divine perfection and alignment of the transmissions, we Miracles in Cosmic Love, who happens to be a white lunar wizard in the dream spell calendar, apparently the white lunar wizards are the ones that bridge consciousness from 3D into 4D and beyond. They're the ones that have the capacity to do it, which is why these transmissions are always quantum in the space between the words. So this day out of time is a very significant alignment if any aspect of our consciousness or our physical bodies are connected to time in any way. If we're already quantum and we're moving in and out of time and space at will, well, then that's the cookie that we all really want to be munching on. Our birthright is to move in and out of time and space at will, when, where, how we choose. Think golden apple or rainbow ball, produce golden apple or rainbow ball in the palm of our hand, which is why as all the old structures are dissolving, we, Miracles Golden Pod, which of course is everyone on the planet, it's just a matter of our own participation, recognition of who we are as sovereign beings of the cosmos. We get to participate consciously in our birthright to re-wed and reunite ourselves with Source. So that is the invitation on the day out of time, July 25th, and we have time to start preparing for our ceremonies now, even though time isn't real and doesn't exist, and we're quantum. We have these miracle coordinates to prepare our headdresses, make them out of beautiful flowers, make them out of nature. We'll think about what we want to bring to the altar. Astral travel, oh Amber, yeah, astral and so much more. So a great question. Amber said, do I mean astral travel? Well, here's the thing. We talk about this a lot, but there's 64 codons in the human DNA, in two-strand DNA. And the 35th gene, so codons are building blocks of the current structures that we're in, but we've been receiving all these DNA upgrades, and now we're in the Lion's Gate. So the Lion's Gate window is when major downloads come in and we have the consciousness, the opportunity to receive, because we've been preparing our body through cleansing and purifying our thoughts and our relationships and all of these things. If this LoveStream is inspiring, please share it. That's called gifting. So each year at the Lionsgate, the alignments that come in allow us to receive mass acceleration. Hi Lauren, love you so much. Hi Tamara. Expansion in our consciousness, because our DNA is prepared to receive more light. See, the fifth gene, the library of light, is all about our DNA is designed to hold light. And so as that light opens, floods into the body, and at the Lionsgate time is a miracle coordinate for the light to flood the DNA. We could think of the DNA like these kind of enclosed tubes, spiral staircases inside of us. And they have the opportunity, like pipes flooded with water, the DNA has the opportunity to be flooded with light. Now when we're quantum, Lionsgate and all these things in time don't matter. It's just that we're making our way to quantum now, and this Lionsgate window is extremely profound. And the day out of time inside of the Lionsgate window is key, according to the guidance. Because when we rose this miracle morning and the guidance said, do a wedding ceremony on the day out of time. And as we said, do it with your beloved, do it with your best friend, do it with your dog, do it with whoever, whatever inspires you, do it with yourself. The guidance is just saying that this is the opportunity for the golden children, golden-eyed children of the sun-eyed dawn, or however it goes. Yes, sun-eyed children of the golden dawn, something like that. I love that expression. This is the miracle coordinate, because the day out of time is like a day out of that calendar of time called Roman Greco. And it is day when we can do whatever we want. Now, we are the quantum creators of our reality. So the first thing we recommend is getting yourself a rainbow ball and bouncing it. Balls are great teachers of quantum dynamics, by the way. Hand-eye coordination, and the way that balls move in and out of time and space at will when they're bouncing back and forth at us are really great teachers to help us remember that we too have the capacity to move in and out of time and space at will. And so these are real reminders, and plus balls increase the serotonin. I promise you, just get a ball and start bouncing it, and you will discover within about 5 miracle minutes how happy you feel, because they tap something very primal inside of us. We are sharing tools to help increase our serotonin to take massive quantum leaps at the time of this miraculous day out of time. Yeah, so the day out of time is a day that is beyond the Roman Greco calendar that the Western world has been following. That was a calendar based on brutality and taxes and force and borders and boundaries and taxes and all those things. Now we see all those systems dissolving away. And how do we butterflies take the quantum leap? Well, we increase our serotonin, and we use our intelligent consciousness to participate in our own freedom and liberation from the form. So back to the question Amber asked about, do I mean astral travel? The 35th gene is the shortcut out of the 64 codons of the human DNA. And so that is all based on serotonin. And when we raise our serotonin to a certain level, our auric field has us walk in the world, not of it, which is happening to many people at this miraculous time, this miraculous miracle, because so many people are aligning with the Schumann resonance of Gaia Sophia that is shifting. Her heartbeat is shifting. And so people are feeling miraculous floods of love inside of themselves, because our consciousness is detaching from the edge of the shore, from a matrix, an old reality. Yes, it is fabulous. From an old reality that was a false reality. Our beloved star being Shane Shima wrote an amazing post on, he did it for the solar eclipse on the 20th of June. And what he showed is that the reality that we're in, that was created by the Masons, the Mason symbol has the compass and it's got the G in the center. The G was overlaid on the heavenly G, which is it's smaller than a constellation, so it's not called a constellation, but the Masonic symbols overlaid and mimic nature, and we are unplugging ourselves from those matrix overlays. And so what he showed in his amazing summary that he did on this June 20th solar eclipse is that that Masonic symbol of the compass and everything, the G in the center, is actually aligned with the G portal in the stars. The G portal is where the cosmic alpha and omega meet, and it is the gateway in and out of time and space, in and out of physicality. Isn't that interesting that the whole reality that the Western world has come from was a false overlay on nature? And so as we're waking up and we understand these principles, what happened during that solar eclipse on the 20th of June, the day before our summer solstice, was we had the capacity to reconnect with nature herself and get our consciousness beyond the false overlay of the matrix. If this love stream is inspiring, please share it. That's called gifting, because we got a day out of time coming in 2 miracle days, and days aren't real and don't exist. And simultaneously, the guidance is inviting we golden pod on the planet to marry ourselves to nature once again. Now, why would we do this ceremony with someone that we love, or our favorite dog, or our favorite tree, or whatever? Because the expression of love that we're speaking of, that is our birthright to exist in simultaneously together with all things, is a love that is beyond our attachment to the physical. The cross that Jesus, who isn't real and doesn't exist, was crucified upon, that metaphor was about our consciousness being bound to a cross of time and space. Our consciousness was removed from that bondage on around the 24th or 25th of April 2014. And what has been unfolding since then is the liberation of our consciousness to be restored with the cosmic clocks of creation, so to speak. And so if this love stream is inspiring, please share it or start a watch party. That's called gifting. There's a lot going on here. And get yourself a magic ball to play with. Why are we throwing this ball around? Because what we keep saying, get yourself a ball right now to get your serotonin up in your body, because the serotonin is connected to the 35th gene, and the 35th gene is the shortcut out of the evolutionary spiral of what is going on in the inevitable collapse of an old dying world. So the 35th gene is about serotonin, and it's about play, and it's about love. It's about loving in as many areas of our life as possible. And when we get our serotonin up, our auric field shifts so that the old matrix no longer affects it or us. Hi, Christine, lovely. Yeah, so on the day out of time, July 25th, the guidance is inviting each one of us to take our sovereign authority and do a ceremony with someone that we love, or with nature, or with the earth, or our favorite rock, or whatever. Do a ceremony with something that we feel so much love with, and look in the eyes of the rock, or the other, or the tree, or your friend, or your little sister, or your big brother, and unify together in a cosmic, all-pervading love called universal love consciousness, and unify yourselves together in saying yes to a greater consciousness coming through the mystical third, trinitized. So many people on the planet have been misled in the belief of divine union and unio mystica and what it is. The shortcut through this matrix and divine union is a love that is shared by two people who are ready to unify their consciousness with all that is. It's not about falling in love with each other. It's about rising in true universal cosmic love together. And that's what we miracles in cosmic love are inviting on the day out of time, because the miracle we rose this morning, the guidance said, do a wedding ceremony on the day out of time and invite as many of we as possible who get it to do wedding ceremonies together as the golden-eyed children, or the sunny-eyed children of the golden dawn. I always forget how it goes, but I love that expression. Doing the ceremony together with another as a gateway to the wholeness of who we are together. So people got misled and were searching for the perfect beloved and trying to make each other fit into the box together. If this love stream is inspiring, please share it. That's called gifting. We Miracles in Cosmic Love don't have a massive social media network, but we know that these transmissions that come through, we are divinely, perfectly connected to nature. The voice of nature. See, the voice of nature got left out of the round table of all the business talks on the planet. And one of the last messages we gave to those realms on this planet were, don't leave nature out of the round table talks. Because if you do, you're the loser. And what's happening to so many on the planet who have been so gifted by the I Am presence to step away from the Roman Greco calendar. Our I Am has really done a great job of orchestrating what's happening on the planet to assist us to unplug from a false calendar that is not aligned with the cosmos and creation. When we say that, what we mean, and Amber, we'll get back to that piece on astral travel, but what we mean when we say this is that there are core cosmic principles of creation, and when consciousness got forced into a clock that was literally out, it was clicking out of alignment with the cosmos and all of creation, and when borders, boundaries, taxes, and passports got created, it created segregation of the consciousness so that consciousness could not move naturally together like the nomadic beings that we are on the planet, which is why we Miracles in Cosmic Love got sent all over the planet, walking in bare feet, praying with water over those false and imaginary lines to help all of our consciousness, not just some of our consciousness, to help all of our consciousness, including all of those who are in all of the roles on the planet that represent borders and boundaries and all of those things, because we're all doing this together. So we are a nomadic consciousness that moves with the cosmos and moves out of time, meaning day out of time, meaning beyond time. We are not time-oriented or time-structured beings, which is why the day out of time is very significant. We Miracles in Cosmic Love had a very significant brain map on the day out of time when we exited this matrix computer and received the quantum coordinates for how to operate the computer. It's called Cosmic Love. And it means seeing creation, seeing source in the eyes of another, not searching for that perfect false romantic relationship, which so many people have been sold on searching for and seeking, because love is that love that we find in ourselves that we can express, first of all, for ourselves and for everything and each other. So, day out of time is the day that we are being invited as a collective consciousness to create an incredible ceremony in any way that inspires us, with lots of beautiful flowers and nature included and all of those things. Oh my gosh, Heather's going to marry her horse. That's so perfect. It's a perfect example. And so here's the other thing about reality now, is that reality has always been symbolic and holographic. And so cosmic love, the core cosmic principles of creation, are understanding the core principles of how creation is occurring in a very simplistic way. And the shortcut to understanding how creation is occurring is love. That's how creation is occurring. Creation is occurring through love. And so, what were we going to say about that? Well, let's talk about the astral travel thing for a minute, because Amber asked if we were talking about astral travel when we said moving in and out of time and space at will. What we're actually talking about even more It's the funniest little beak of a bird going through the water. What we're talking about is now you see me, and now you don't. And now you see me, and now you don't. That's why we say get a ball. Because balls help us remember quantum principles. Moving forward, moving back. This is how creation is occurring. When we had the wonderfully famous brain map, or not so famous, but it was a big one, and we left this computer altogether, what we experienced was the Rolodex of infinite creation. And we saw everything in existence suspended in space. And we miracles could move towards it or away from it or underneath it or above it. And the moment that we touched that thing beyond time and space, it came alive and it became our creation. So what we're talking about when we say moving in and out of time and space at will is literally becoming translucent and transparent. Teleportation, we could use these words, which really don't even do it justice. Now we think of being in the Pleiades for blueberry, spirulina, popcorn, and here we are. The entire external reality is a projection of our internal reality. And so by remarrying or marrying on the day out of time our consciousness back to the core cosmic principles of creation, we remember that primarily we are doing an external navigation in what we believe to be our physical form. Remember, the spirit is not inside the body is inside the spirit. And so what is reoccurring, and as we remember to go back into meditation and be inward, and that we have to rebalance our relationship with the quantum within us, we start to discover that there are star maps, yes, inside of us. There's star maps inside of our bodies, and we are learning how to navigate the star maps again. Now, you know, there's a lot of traditions that just say go back to source and just like, you know, give it all up, be spiritual, and just become one with source again. The 35th gene is really the only way out of the evolutionary spiral. It partners with the 5th gene. The 5th gene says that the final frontier is within us. So this is about learning to go back in, love ourselves, find that relationship of love, externalize it. Our external reality begins to work with us in the form of what is called synchronicity. And as synchronicity occurs, it becomes more fun and enjoyable. And oh, these people are going by and it's little, hi. They're having so much fun, this little boat on the water. They're waving like people in a parade. Okay, so yeah, the final frontier, the entire digital library, but we don't call it digital, we would call it source consciousness itself. The 5th gene all resides within us, and that partners with the 35th gene. So we would say there's only 3 genes that really matter in all the 64 codons of the genetics, and we all have them in us, whether they're in our holographic chart or not. The 35th gene, love, gives us access to the entire cosmic library within us, the 5th gene. And when we find that place within again, what we actually discover is that there's star maps within us. And those star maps allow us to go, Pleiades for blueberry, spirulina, popcorn, set our focus and sights on it, open our eyes, and the external reality through love has shifted because of us, because we are the operators of our divine motherships, our divine light ships, our Merkabas, and this is how we remember how to do it. So We Miracles in Cosmic Love has been inspired by Source to do a 21-day online 5 miracle minutes a day kind of thing to guide collective consciousness through the 10 easy steps of stepping into the quantum field in the owner's manual we left behind, to really begin to use the gift of being alive in physical and remembering how to access these profound gifts that were given to us by source creation. Might sound kind of funny to the Western world because we place so much of our focus on the material and we forgot to maintain our balance with the internal, and that's what gave our power over to technology and something called a shadow, meaning a holographic external reality, began to take power over us. It began to entice us and it began to seduce us into a material world, and then the shadow began to become real, and that's what's falling away now. Remember when the big tsunami went through Japan, and it was in early March or mid-March, and it was the day that the Mayan calendar went into the 9th wave. And if you saw it on TV or you saw it on the computer, it didn't even look real when you saw the tsunami moving in. Well, that is because what is going down is our belief structure inside of our holodeck of external realities. That's actually what's starting to break down, and we are becoming more related to a true organic physical reality again, called nature. And as we said at the beginning of this love stream, the Masons overlaid their symbols on nature and began to mimic nature. And we're not going to do that anymore because it's limiting to our capacity for creation. We are all free, liberated creators, and we all have the birthright to create the realities of our greatest delights and our most beautiful dreams. So, on the day out of miraculous time, July 25th, even though time isn't real and doesn't exist, we invite all of we beautiful beings to do a wedding, a union ceremony with yourself and another that you love deeply. As we say, it could be a rock or a flower, it could be your favorite teddy bear, it could be your unicorns called kisses, it could be the sky, whatever it is. Kelly Love, you have been in my awareness so much recently. The ceremony that we're inviting on the day out of time of this beautiful, hi Elaine, of this beautiful opportunity for this cosmic star consciousness on this planet. So many star seeds. Time to wake up, angels. Take back our personal sovereign power on this incredible day out of time, July 25th, by wedding yourself with another, with the intention of that wedding being taking each other's hands together in our love for all of creation, our birthright, and the significance of doing it with another, whether it's your pet or your pet rock or a great friend or whoever, is to bear witness that we declare upon the field as star seeds, as starborns, which every we is, declaring upon the field that we are wedding ourselves together with the wholeness, with the cosmic, with the cosmos, with universal love, declaring it together. We promise because when we rose this morning, the guidance said do a wedding on the day out of time, do a beautiful marriage ceremony. That the guidance showed what it's going to help do for our consciousness is to, we're all in. And we are sovereign. We have sovereign authority to declare that we are all in to restore our relationship with the cosmic, with nature, with our birthright as sovereign. And that by doing it together with another, it solidifies that statement together is going to transform our consciousness. So if the love stream is inspiring, please share it. If the idea is inspiring, please share it. That's called gifting. And we know that the cosmos is supra intelligent, because these downloads, these transmissions are incredibly potent for transforming human consciousness. One thing we want to say about the altars is, or the ceremony itself, is that creating ceremony is very powerful in a symbolic holographic reality, because the reality configures around the energy that we put into the ceremony itself. And so make it a beautiful ceremony. Whatever we use, even if it's just sticks and rocks to make a beautiful altar to stand in the center of, whatever it is, it's the energy that we are putting forth as we are here. I'll give an example. We just picked up this little rock. It's like, oh, love we so much. Like that. Every little stone, every little part of our ceremony that we're creating on the day out of time to wed ourself with the cosmic, with creation, with sovereign, with nature, with universal love consciousness. Every little bit of the creation of our ceremony, when we put all of our energy into it lovingly and step back. If there's not a moment of love or the mind is running, just step back. Maybe our ceremony only becomes 2 rocks on the ground or 1 flower because our mind is racing so much on other things. That's okay, because the amount of love that goes into the 1 rock or the 1 flower or the 1 flower we're going to put in our hair to prepare for our ceremony that we're all doing together, that amount of love exponentiates more than trying to make a big $1 million wedding filled with frustration and money and material items and all that stuff that doesn't matter. This energy of love has the power to do everything. We could levitate this little stone. We could move the little stone in and out of time and space at will. That's why the 35th gene about love, which is why we say get a ball and get your serotonin up and just focus on all the miracles. And hi, beautiful Freedom. Hi, Shuang. Hi, Tammy. Let's all do this amazing wedding ceremony together with the cosmos on the day out of time. Oops. Little ball. The power of love. Yes, Miss Amber Lily, who sings such beautiful music. We love we beautiful beings so much. So that's the share for today, Miracle. The day out of time is the day that gives us the power. We are truly out of the time-space continuum on that day, which is what makes it so powerful. Yes, me too there, here. Thank you, thank we, love we, Elaine, love we, Miss Galactic Twin Ray Streaming love. Wouldn't it be cool if it was a global ceremony? Wouldn't it be amazing if this went global? Wouldn't it be amazing if Unify said, Miss Unity Grace, what would you do on the day of time, seeing as you had a famous brain map on that day? We love we so much. K-Pod. See we in the miracle, and I don't know, the guidance says we're going to do a 21-day online thing to get the pod into the quantum. So let's start with our beautiful ceremony. Hi, Harmony. Love we Miss Radiance. Love we Sandra. All right. Maybe we can, wouldn't it be amazing if the few people, the 37 of us watching this amazing live stream right now, get this to be global ceremony by the day out of time on Wednesday. Marrying Source. We'll try. All right, love we so much. Mwah. See we in the miracle, restoring our birthright to live and create by accessing the star maps within us with our consciousness and taking our physical Merkabas called our bodies in and out of time and space, because we remember how to do this. This is how we do it. Harmony, yes, let's discuss it on your YouTube channel. When's tea time? Private message me. Hi, Robin. Robin, we're going to do a ceremony to marry Source on the day out of time on Wednesday. Let's get it out there. Stefano, love we so much. Okay. Mwah. Love we golden pod.